What's up there? This is Mr. Mike Kaufman with directions on how to complete your coding, geometrical figures, and concepts. And in this, I'm just going to show you how you're going to work through this unit in order to improve your understanding of geometrical figures, such as shapes and parallel lines, as well as we're going to practice coding, right, which is going to test our problem solving and our logical thinking. Alright, so if you are watching this video, you have already gone into the classroom, or you've already opened up the document, which it has made a copy for you, and you will know that because your name is going to be up there in the top left-hand corner, automatically put in. And you've already clicked watching the directions because you're watching. So here's how it's going to go. Our first step, just a quick little tour of the way this lesson is going to look, is you have your tasks, your evidence, as well as some of the questions and things that you're going to need to do to connect it to and to further explore some of those math concepts that we are covering. Now, we're going to use code.org, and we're going to get there simply by going to code.org, go into sign in, and you all should already have an account that is connected to your Google. So you can just go over to the right, sign in with Google account, and then you should be able to get started. Now, we're going to be using projects. So you click there on projects, and we're going to click on draw something, right? Because we're going to be drawing these geometrical figures and these concepts. So I'm going to click there. Now, automatically, it's going to bring you open up to the last project that you're working on, which in my case was the square, but you might want to create a new one. And you click create new, it'll load up. First thing you do is you want to rename it, and because the first figure that I'm trying to draw using coding is a square, I would name it my square. Oops. Square, and notice I named it up there. Now let's save. Right, and then I'm going to use the block coding to create my square. Now I've already done that, so I'm going to go over to my projects. I'm going to open up my square one from earlier. And how I'm going to submit this once I'm done, right, once I've used the coding successfully to draw my figure or my concept, I'm then going to click run, and I'm going to take a screenshot. Now in the screenshot, I don't need all of it, right? But what I do need is the drawing as well as the coding, right? So you see there I have highlighted in my box both the drawing and the code. Now from there, I'm going to go back into my document, and I have a couple choices on how I can get this in there. I'm going to click here where it says evidence. I'm going to insert, and I'm going to go over to image, right? And I'm going to click choose to upload image, and right there it's going to be on my desktop, which is the screenshot. Double click on it. It's going to upload, and there we go, right? So, oops, that's in the wrong one, right? Where it says square, right? So my square, there's my evidence that I have drawn it, my coding as well as the drawing, and the next part now is I have to then answer the questions for the math, right? What are the internal angles of a square? We know that is 90 degrees. Now that doesn't have a unit, so it doesn't count. I'm going to go up there where it says insert. I'm going to go insert a special character, and I'm going to search degree. Just taking a second there. Looks like it's, oops, I got a little impatient. Click on my degree symbol. And then we go internal. Now the sum of all the angles, right, I know for a square it is 360 degrees. Now again, to save myself a little time, I'm just going to copy the symbol, paste it right there. And then I'm going to continue down the list. Right? Notice that we have the warm-ups, then it moves on to types of triangles, which is kicking it up a little bit. It's going to get even a little bit hotter by trying to draw some of these irregular shapes, as well as the hot lines and angles. And then finally, if you're going to be on fire when you create your drawing of using 5 geometric shapes to create a drawing as well. Now again, notice on the right side, there are the math questions that you don't have to answer. In this case, it says erase and answer. So what degrees turn it? I'd write my answer there, period, and so forth, right? use my own words to describe the properties. I'd put those in there. Use my own words to define each triangle. I'd put it in there. Now when it's all done, I'm going to go back to the assignment and I'm going to turn it in. All right? Now I can do it from here, but I can also come in here and turn it in from right there. And it's actually going to bring me back to the classroom to the assignment. It's going to ask me if I'm sure. I'm going to click turn in. And there it is. I am all done. If I go back to my stream, all right, it'll show that that is done. All right. So I know those directions were a little bit long. Feel free to rewatch. Feel free to pause and so forth. But that's the general idea of how we're going to get this assignment completed. Again, where we're going to explore our understanding of geometrical figures and concepts, as well as practice our coding, which is going to test, again, our logical thinking and our problem solving. Good luck.